I would be pleased to talk a bit about the Global Green Growth Institute. We're a new organization. We've just celebrated our first year and had an important board meeting this weekend. The objective of Gggi is to, in effect, change the way we organize economic growth in societies, to try to integrate in a much more careful and deliberate fashion environmental objectives into economic growth and planning. It's a very ambitious mission, but it's one that is absolutely necessary for the future of the planet and for our children and their children, because at current rates of depletion of resources and pollution, we are going to substantially alter the environment in which we're living, which will decrease their quality of life. And so it's very important for this generation to think through how we are going to change the way we organize economic activity. And that's the basic mission of the organization. There's something new and very important going on in the world, and that is an increasing recognition that in fact we do need to transform the nature of economic growth into what we call green growth. And what I think is important for people to understand, particularly here in Korea, is that there's a lot of excitement in the world in trying to get a better understanding of what Korea has been doing, because Korea is one of the most advanced examples in the world of a country that is thinking seriously about transforming its economic development path in a way that is more sustainable. President Lee here, a couple of years ago, undertook a very ambitious and serious initiative to drive a new paradigm of economic planning and development throughout the different parts of government. And that is a model that has evoked a lot of interest around the world. And so people are here to talk about what they're doing in their countries, to learn more about what Korea has been doing, to learn more about Gggi, which is a new international organization that is devoted to trying to create a dynamic of experimentation of the type we see here in Korea, but among many countries in the world, to effectively together innovate a new model of economic growth. We have already recruited quite a number of Korean nationals in the organization, and just this summer we have created our first summer internship program, in which we are taking mainly Korean students. These are mainly graduate students, and involving them during the summer in some of our work, including putting them in some of the countries where we're doing in-country work, so they get an experience of development, cooperation, and environmental cooperation on the ground. As we grow, and since our Seoul office is our global headquarters, there's no question that there will be additional employment opportunities for a range of Korean people with different skill sets. Now, what's the best way to apply for that work? I think the main thing is that we're looking for skilled people who can help do a lot of the economic analysis that's required to support countries as they're developing their green growth economic development plans. And so it is people who have a particular background in quantitative skills and economics and resource economics in particular, macroeconomic modeling is another. But also we engage people who help to create the partnerships and build the networks that are needed to make this a truly international organization, and that relates to people who have larger international relations experience and whatnot. But we're still a small organization. We're not a giant like the World Bank or the UN, but we're very flexible and nimble, and therefore we're a work environment where we are blending both the public sector culture with a private sector and academic cultures.